Hey there, it's your girl Renee, CEO of ABR Firm. We are the premier leadership development and brand management company in Memphis, Tennessee with a global reach. So listen, today I want to talk to you about having the hard conversations, handling, having hard conversations. I like to call them courageous conversations. One of the toughest things to do as a leader or as a team member or a coworker is having the conversations that are kind of difficult. And I've had to have them. And the one thing that was always intentional is to be respectful. I have seen people who are leaders or supervisors be a little not nice to individuals, and they don't know how to handle hard conversations. And I believe we all need training on how to handle hard conversations. So if you have a really great HR department and training part, if you had the training, then it's great, because everybody needs to have those hard conversations, or courageous conversations is what I like to call them, because it's for the purpose of improvement for me, and not determination. Right? The goal is to try to help people improve so that you don't have to terminate them. So here's the thing about confidence: it doesn't mean that you avoid conflict in a way that, and not just, to address conflict in a way that is condescending, right? You want to always handle it with respect, because at the end of the day, human to human, we have to be respectful of each other, and we want to remain professional. I've heard people say things and seen things that I feel like, or I knew it could have been handled better, right? And I felt for the person being talked to, but I was like, they're just, see, here's the thing: sometimes people are promoted because they can do a job well. But then when they're promoted, they can't handle the position well, because they have not been trained how to lead, and because leadership, believe it or not, is really serving. And most people believe it's for somebody else to get your coffee. And it may happen in some spaces, and that's cool too. It's cool, but it's about serving. How can I support you? So I have to be able to handle hard conversations, or have courageous conversations, as I like to call them. And so I believe that we don't have to be combative. And some people go with come in like that, instead of having the intention of this is going to be a truthful conversation, and I'm going to say what I've seen, what I feel, what I believe, or what I noticed, and how can I support you, right? Gotta handle it with respect. You gotta handle it with respect. Now, and when a person, if you're a leader especially, or you're a supervisor or manager, director, when it's just time, because we believe in documentation, right? So when it's time to just eject, get rid of a bad apple on your team. And then there's times though where people just need to be groomed and given space to grow and feel safe in that. And I believe that when you lead from a place of threat instead of a place of care and concern, and that's one of our models that we talk, the care model, and the career connect, our care, connect, and coach model framework in leadership. Because you can, but it's not beneficial to be mean. And there are people, there are supervisors out there are managers out there are directors out there who are mean, and you don't need to be mean. I'm talking to you. Stop being mean. Learn how to care about your people and connect and coach. I'm not talking about lovey-dovey and this euphoric place. But there is a place you can lead from where people will so respect you. Even if they don't like you, they respect you because you show up with a level of care for them. And so, not combative, not always looking for what's wrong, not always coming from a place of threat, but coming from a place of concern. Not combat, not a place of combat, but a place of concern. And so, one of the ways you can do that is, instead of saying you never meet deadlines, you can say, I noticed the deadline was missed. I feel concerned because it really impacts our team performance. I need us together to reset expectations. Let's do that together. How does that sound? So come from a place of concern. Listen, care, connect, and coach is, I believe, and yes, I created the framework, and I'm very confident in how it can change and improve, transform your leadership. If you're, because see, here's the thing: you may not think you're mean because you think you're in control, but some of y'all are mean because people have been. I know it. I just know it. I hear it from people who work for different people, employees rather, and things can be handled better. And there's a way, and it's not your fault. I mean, so I'm not trying to come down on people who are in leadership who are mean, but it's just, and for those of you who may not know how to lead because you were promoted, but you weren't given the leadership skills, right? You weren't given the communication skills. And so here's an opportunity, but I'm always real about it. I believe that you have to call out things or it never will become better. So I'm inviting you to the Confident Communicator or the Learning Leader virtual training class that we have. Or if you need a custom training, you need coaching one-on-one to learn how to become a better leader. That takes time, and it takes someone pouring into you and leading you so then you can lead better. So anyway, I want you to think about one conversation maybe that you've been putting off or that you've had. And here's the thing, leaders, we mess up sometimes. We have to be able to say, I was wrong. You have to be able to say, I was wrong, and be okay with that. People will respect you so much when you can own your own mistakes. When you can own your own mistakes, people will respect you so much. Your team will have such high regard for you when you can own the mistake. Because as a leader, I always felt like the buck stops with me, right? And if something happened I remember a time something happened someone did something and just messed up stuff. It was not good. It was not great, not good, any of it. But at the end of the day, I had to own that, right? And I had to own it with the board, and I had to own it with the person who did it and say, I could have been clearer in my communication. Apparently, I was not as clear as I thought I was. And I had to own that. And so I believe that we always have to come from a place of care. We have to be able to connect with our team members. And as a leader, we got to be able to coach them, right? And so we have to have those hard conversations when people may be underperforming, but it shouldn't be a rude conversation. It should not come with, you didn't do this and you didn't do this. Why you do this? No. People are grown. and more than likely you hire them because they're professionals. So treat them as professionals, right? Not as servants and slaves. And stop with the threats. Just have courageous conversations and come over here and get some training. So you need to be a learning leader. So this is for the Confident Communicator and the Learning Leader. Listen, click the link below. You'll see when we have our virtual trainings. We offer trainings every single week on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And so there's no reason for you, if you need help, get the help you need. All right, get the help you need. Because over here, we believe you can reach better, because we just, honestly, I always want to see people win. And that's what our business is all about, is developing and helping develop you, giving you tools so that you can win and that your team can win and become great leaders as well. Until next time, y'all reach for better.